LLC owners, beware of these three LLC traps that are designed to be able to take your money, and you don't need to spend any money on this stuff. And there's people who are going to be mad at me because I made this video, but I'm going to save you today, coming from somebody who's been in the business for 9 years. I've been full time for 9 years, made a lot of money, spent a lot of money, lost money. I got enough experience to be able to tell you that these three things you don't need. Starting with number one, paying for an expensive logo. You do not need it. It's a trap. No one cares about your shit logo, okay? I could tell you this to be true because think about it. If your mouth was in pain right now and you needed a dentist, you're going to Google a dentist's office. You don't give a shit about their logo. You're about to go to that dentist's office and ask them, can they solve your pain? You don't care about the logo, right? But when you actually put something in the world that's actually valuable and that people need, they don't care about your logo. They care about getting their problem solved. And if you know how to solve their problem, then they'll actually work with you. Which, instead of paying for a logo, instead learn how to make offers, okay? And there's a book called $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozy, and this is the book that I used that allowed me to generate my first $1 million in business. I learned the skill set of creating offers. So don't buy a shit logo. Learn the skill on how to actually make offers, and this is the book you can use with Alex Hormozy. Now, I'm going to simplify this for you, though, right? How do you build an offer? Simplified. And then you still need to read the book anyway. But let's start with number one. How do you build an offer for your business? Number one, what problem does your business solve? In the example that I told you about the dentist, well, it's very clear. A dentist solves a big problem. You have you have an issue with your mouth. You go to the dentist. They say you need a root canal. They solve the root canal. Your mouth is no longer in pain. Done. That's the problem that's being solved. Logos don't matter, right? What problem does your business solve? That's number one. So really give thought to that there. Does your business solve a problem? And if it doesn't solve a problem, then you're in the wrong business. You need to figure out how to redefine your business, because that's all that matters in life, is solving problems that are out there. And people pay money for problems to be solved. And that brings me to number two. Okay, once you understand what problem does your business solve, is the problem very painful to the potential customer that you're looking to reach? Meaning, like, again, a root canal, like, is it's very, very painful. I'm like, I can't talk. My mouth is hurting. I can't sleep at night. That's a very painful problem to the potential customer. So they're running to the doctor's office and they're banging down the dentist's door to say, can you please solve my problem? And they're swiping their credit card for any amount of money. Wouldn't you want to be in a business like that, where somebody's banging down your door and they don't care about your website, don't care about your none of that stuff, right? So number one, what problem does your business solve? And is the problem very painful to the potential customer you're looking to reach? So, like, no watered down problem, a very, very painful problem that exists in the marketplace, okay? And if you now have a painful problem that you can solve, people are going to be literally banging down your door, which brings me to number three. With number three on how to make it, how to build an offer is, do these people have money or purchasing power, right? One of the things that Alex Hormozy talked about in his book, $100 Million Offers, was, well, there was this, he had a friend basically who built resumes, and he was a really great resume builder. So the problem was that there were people who did not have jobs and they didn't know how to create resumes. So because they didn't have a job, that's a very painful thing. And the problem is they didn't know how to make a resume. So his friend built resumes. And in theory, that sounds amazing, but in the story that he gave was that the problem was that his friend still couldn't make money because clearly, since the people were unemployed, they didn't have any money, right? So even though they're in pain and they have a problem, they don't have a credit card to be able to buy your stuff, right? Or they don't have money on that credit card. So that brings me to number three. When you're building a great offer, do these people have money or purchasing power? Do they have the ability to buy, right? So, like, for example, I'll give you another example. Like, let's say that you're targeting children. Well, although you might have created something for a child and it may be a problem, may be very painful, the issue is a teenager that you might have had a problem for that's very painful. The teenager doesn't have money or purchasing power. They got to go to their parents to ask them for the money. So that's where your problem is going to exist, right? So you got to ask, do these people have money or purchasing power? That's the third part to building an offer. Your customers need to have money. And that brings me to my last point, which is, are these people easy to find and target, right? So when you found the problem, and then you've identified that it's a very painful problem that people expend a lot of money for, now you got to understand, do they have the money or the purchasing power to be able to buy the thing that you're offering in the marketplace? And then if they do, are they easy to find and target, right? Like what I mean by easy to find and target is that like, is there a way for you to be able to reach these people? Okay, like can I reach them through Facebook ads? Can I reach them through content? Can I reach them through like is there a way to be able to get to those people that I'm looking for? If I can't reach the people that I'm trying to target, well, that's going to be another problem because you don't know how you don't have a way to talk to the people that you're looking for, right? They need to be easy to find and target, right? Like you need to have a way to be able to communicate with them about what it is that you're offering, okay? So that's very, very important. And it took me a while to figure that one out. And that brings me to my bonus here, which is niche down as much as possible. And I'm going to be talking about this in the next slide, right? Like sometimes you might be too broad in what it is that you're like the person that you're trying to reach, right? Like for example, in my next slide, I'm going to be talking about the fact that like you might be like, hey, I want to reach business owners. And yeah, business owners is a very broad category. Let's break it down. Let's go from business owners and maybe instead of business owners, I'm looking for accountants, right? A specific type of business owner. These are accountants. And maybe instead of accountants, I'm looking for people who offer CFO services, okay? So 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 when we think about it that way, we want to be able to niche down because the more we niche down, the bigger the problem. All right, so now that we understand that instead of us buying a logo, we're actually going to learn how to build an offer in a marketplace that's so valuable because it solves a problem that people don't care about our logo. And again, that's not me telling you that you shouldn't ever get a logo, but I don't think that should be the first thing that you do because I don't think you're going to be judged on that. You're going to be judged on the problem that you're solving in the marketplace, which I think is most important. And that brings me to number two. The second thing that I find to be a trap is paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for a website. Like, literally no one cares. Okay. I've been in business long enough, and I'm gonna tell y'all an interesting secret. Um, I with my most recent like business still don't even have a website, and this is probably the most valuable business that I've ever had, and I don't have a website for it. You know why? Because my offer is so good in the marketplace and I know how to target the people that I'm looking for, that they provide me with their lead information and I get on the line with them. I tell them how valuable it is. I show them the results and they're willing to buy. Literally no one cares about the website. But again, you'll pay hundreds of thousands for a website and you still don't even know how to bring traffic to that website. You still don't even have an offer. People don't care. Because again, back to the original point, if your mouth is in pain and you need a root canal, you're not about to look at the dentist's website. You're going to Google the dentist's office. You're going to run to the dentist and say, "Can you solve this for me?" And they say yes. You're going to pull out your credit card. You didn't go to their website. You don't care about their logo. You're like, "Can you solve my pain?" And that's the kind of business that you want to be in. So I hope you're getting my drift here. That like a lot of these cute things that like that are being sold to you are just like literally not necessary. People are paying hundreds of thousands for a website. Don't do it. Instead, what you should do is you should learn lead gen. Okay? Lead gen is basically learning how to actually get people's lead information. The people that you're looking to sell to, learn how to get their information. And no, you don't need a website to get people's information. There's a lot of ways to get people's information. In fact, my business generated over 250,000 leads last year, and we didn't do it through a website. I did it through a Facebook form. Facebook literally offers a form that people can fill out and just literally the information comes right over to my CRM. No website necessary. So like you don't need a website to do lead gen, okay? And even if you don't want to spend hundreds of thousands for a website, you could build just a quick sales page, like a ClickFunnels sales page. That's not really a website. It's literally a one pager, okay? But when I say websites, like people are designing all these tabs and everything like that. And by the way, creating all of these tabs on your website, you're asking for people to get lost on your website and then to divert their attention a bunch of different places, right? Either use simple forms for people to give you their information or make a simple one pager where somebody literally they're just giving you their info. And this is where you need to learn lead gen. Which brings me to my next point, which is what is lead gen? I'm going to simplify this for you. Here's how you could generate leads. Number one, make something free and valuable for your potential customer who's in pain. Make something free and valuable for them, okay? So now that you know who your potential customer is and now you've identified them, you know what pain that they're in, make something free plus valuable for them. And I'm going to share an example with you so you can understand what I mean by creating something free and valuable for them, okay? And when you create that thing that's free and valuable to them, and that brings me to number two. Once you create the thing that's free and valuable for them, you tell them, hey, in order for me to give you this thing that's free and valuable, I'm going to need your information, your phone number, and your email address. I'm pretty sure you've already gone through this experience before if you're watching this video. You've given people your information in exchange for something free and valuable that they're offering, right? In the same way, it's just like being at the mall and they're offering a free card. And then you go ahead and you fill out your name, email address, phone number, all your information, and then they went and sold your information off to all of these people, and you're wondering why you're getting phone calls left and right every single day, right? Like you've done this before. You see how it works. So just look at how you've been giving people your information. Like you'll walk inside of a store and they'll say, hey, I'll give you a free cookie in exchange for your email. And then you go ahead and take the cookie, you give them your email, boom, they got you. Make something free and valuable for your potential customer and then ask for their information. Simple. And now you're generating lead information for the people who could potentially become your customers in the future. Are you following me? Right? And that brings me to my last point on lead gen, which is once you get their information, follow up to sell your stuff. Okay? That's the formula. Make something free and valuable for your potential customer in pain. Ask for their information, follow up to sell your stuff. Okay? And I'm going to give you a real life example here, okay? Now, let's say that your target customer is a business owner, but remember, we want to niche down even further. So instead of just a target business owner, I want to niche down to accountants. But instead of just accountants, I want to niche down to people who offer CFO services, okay? Chief Financial Officer services, like they're acting as a CFO inside of people's businesses. Now the problem is, these CFOs, they struggle with getting leads, right? They're looking to service business owners, but they're struggling with getting leads of business owners who need CFO services. So I come into the market and go, oh, I have a free course for CFOs, how to get high income earning business clients who need CFO services. And you can get this free course. I outlined it for you. It's an hour-long course. I'm going to break down some strategies on how you can get high income earning business clients who need CFO services. And when you watch this course, it's going to give you a lot of value to be able to show you how to add this into your business right away. I create something really valuable for them. I deliver it out, and I again, it needs to be easy to reach CFOs. So I need to be able to already have looked at, is there a way to reach CFOs right now? Are there Facebook groups that are out there? Can I do it through Facebook ads? Are there hashtags on TikTok where I can hashtag CFO services on TikTok? Are people searching for CFO services on YouTube or CFOs on YouTube? Like, I need to find the markets there. And then I'm going to give them my offer in exchange for their phone number, email address, and information. And then I'm going to give them that course for free so that they can say, wow, this was extremely valuable. That's amazing. And then what you do is you sell the execution. Okay? Now, what I mean by sell the execution is that when you give the information, you think that the information, why would people buy from you? Because people buy things all the time, but they don't actually execute on the information that they buy. People are inherently lazy. Okay, so the goal of the information is to show that you're valuable and that you're a thought leader in the marketplace and you know what you're talking about. And then from that point, your goal is to sell the actual execution of it. Because when you call them on the line and say, hey, did you get the free course? I did. I thought it was very valuable. Excellent. I have an offer here that basically goes ahead and executes this for you. Like, I know that you saw in the course this, this, and this, but I have a team that'll actually do this for you. We'll actually put it all together. We'll generate the leads for you. We'll do it this way, create all the content for you, everything, boom. Sell the execution. And then people are going to be willing to pay you for it because they're like, man, you know what? That will save me a lot of time, and I don't specialize in this, and because I watch your information, you're clearly legit. I'm ready to get this thing going. Sell the execution, okay? That's what you want to do. So that's the example there. And then that brings me to number 3, my final point, which is do not pay for business coaching. Don't do it. And I know business coaches are going to be mad at me because what do you mean you don't pay for business coaching? I don't see the reason why you need to do this. This is not a skill set, and they don't specialize in anything, right? A business coach. You're going to waste a lot of money doing so, especially when you could just learn the things that I literally just taught you here, and YouTube is literally like a free place for you to learn as much information as humanly possible. Instead, learn sales. Learn sales because remember, since you've now put an offer out into the marketplace and you put that offer out and then you generated the leads, you need to learn how to sell your offer. Learn how to dial people on the phone, call them up, and sell what it is that you're offering. Business coach ain't going to teach you that. Somebody that's a sales coach or maybe some sort of sales course or school that you can go to, learn sales. That's where the money is made. Because you can have the best offer in the world and you can get the most leads in the world, but if you suck at sales and converting people into customers, you're going to be broke. You can take sales anywhere that you go, and you'll be the highest paid person in the marketplace. So learn sales. Do not pay for business coaching. At least not yet, unless you're doing, a certain amount of money per year, and then you got stuck at a ceiling, and you need somebody now that can teach you how to scale up even further to the next place. Okay, that brings me to my final point here in this YouTube video, which is offers. Offers plus leads plus sales equals your first $1 million in time. So if you create a great offer in the market that solves a problem, you can identify who the client is. They're in extreme pain. They have purchasing power, and they have extreme pain, they have purchasing power, and you can easily reach them. You put something free out into the market to get their lead information. You call them up on the phone to sell your offer. You'll make your first $1 million in time. As long as you keep doing this every single day for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, because this isn't a get rich quick thing, you're going to make your first million in time, and you would have ended up doing it without a logo, without a website, and without a business coach. And you know what? You can get the logo, the website, and business coach and all of that later on when you make your first $1 million, and now you want to start sprucing up your brand and when you want to spruce up your reputation. But in the beginning of this right here, this is all tactical things that you're going to have to do on the ground in order to make your first $1 million. And nobody's judging you. Nobody's judging you based on how good your logo is. They're judging you based on how good you are solving their pain. Nobody's judging you based on your website. They're judging you based off of the free thing that you put out into the market for them to give you their email and phone number, and nobody's judging you based on a business coach or the best business coach that you got. They're judging you based on the fact of, can you sell, and can you influence me to be able to buy this thing? And that's where your first million is going to come from. You do these things, you don't need to spend the thousands of dollars that you're about to try to spend when you got a new LLC, and you'll be making much more money than all of the people that are going to try to sell you all of these things. And I promise that they're probably not making $1 million or more. Follow this. You'll be extremely successful. Again, I'm Don, and take it from somebody that is a dummy. I've been there. I've done that. I've lost money. I've made a lot of money. I've marketed a lot. Been in full time for 9 years, and because of my business, I don't have to sell you anything as far as a course or anything here. I'm literally just giving you free information based off of all of the stuff that I've gone through, with hopes that I could deliver enough free stuff, enough free value in the market that you learn from me much faster, and see success, because that's what we're here to do. So if this was valuable for you, like, comment your favorite part about it, subscribe, share this with a friend, do all of those things. Looking to build my YouTube channel up with just a lot of free games. So pray this was valuable. Peace.